Hello my dear students, this is a pre-lab discussion video for experiment 6, convex lenses. So here are the materials that you received through the lab kit package that was sent to you. You're given 3 types of convex lenses. At the back, it's labeled short, you have a long convex lens, and medium. Okay, so the main objective of the simple activity is to experimentally measure the focal length of each of these convex lenses and use that focal length as a value in ray diagramming. So just please read the entire lab sheet on how to do the ray diagramming. For this video, I'll be focusing on how to do the experimental measurement of the focal length. So let's say I'll use the medium length convex lens for the demo. Okay, and then you have here your screen, no? It's just a white screen. Yan, screen. Tapos meron din siyang stand. Now, I just used here a piece of paper so that I can just easily read the readings in the ruler because my surface here is brown, no? I'm actually at the kitchen right now. So, ayan. And I'm also putting it on top of this ray box. This ray box, we did not send this to you anymore, no, because it's very bulky. It won't fit the plastic. But anyway, I'm just using it now just for mounting. Okay, so what we can do is you can use a white sheet of paper for better visual. Ito, scratch lang yung ginamit ko, notepad na scratch. Ayan. And then you look for a location where there is some objects at a relatively far distance from your mirror, so that will be your the object, no, that we will use in determining the focal length. So you write, you draw a line somewhere here, and then you align the surface of the screen there, because the focal length measurement will be the distance between the image, which is projected on the screen, and our lens. So in this case, I've already drawn a line here like that, and then I'll just need to align, no, so something like that. So the surface of my screen now is really coinciding with the line, no? That's my reference line. Now, how do we do this? So by theory, we know that a lens, or a thin lens at that, is a transparent material which allows light to pass through it. And since it's transparent, then light entering it gets refracted, no, from, say for example, the light is from incident in the air. So that's your optical medium number 1. And then it passes through the glass here, our lens, that's optical medium number 2. So as light transfers from one medium to the other, it gets refracted. So as light, the main function of a lens is that the refracting rays can either actually converge at a certain point, no, and that's for converging lens or convex lens, and light that refracts can also be diverging, so that's for convex lens. But I did not include the concave lens in this activity anymore. So if the light source is at infinitely far distance, when I say infinitely far, it doesn't have to be somewhere in outer space. Infinitely far means that the distance where light comes from is very much great compared to the size of compared to the thickness of our lens here, no? And this is a thin lens, so thin lens approximation is saying that when we say thin lens, its thickness is actually very small compared to the focal length of the lens. So that's another approximation we call thin lens approximation. So in this case, since my object is the pot outside my kitchen window, so the distance between the mirror here, and papakita ko na lang, and that plant over there outside, no? So this is mga more than 2 meters away yung object, but our lens is very small compared to that. So we can now consider that our light source is at an infinite distance. So if the light source is infinitely far, then approximately light will enter or reach the lens here as if they are parallel, no? Parallel with one another. So by theory, all parallel lines, okay, that enter a thin lens will converge at a certain point, and the converging point there is called the focal point. If you measure the distance between the focal point and the lens, then that's the focal length. So that's the goal of the first part of the experiment, no? You are to determine the focal length. So how do we do that? You need to adjust the convex mirror here such that the object that you chose, no, at an infinitely far distance will have the sharpest image that will be projected on the screen. So at this point now, the location of my lens is producing a very blurry image on the screen. So what you do, class, is you adjust this back and forth until you see the sharpest image formed. Okay, so say for example, let's try. I'll try either going there. So if you notice, I hope it's clear. I'm just using my cell phone. So, ayan, it's still not clear. It comes blurry again. So, what image do I want ba? The window na lang siguro. And if you notice, the image is inverted, no? So, you have the pot actually here. It's upside down. And even the car in the garage is also upside down. Everything is upside down. So, this is an example of a real image. Okay? Real because this is really where the refracted rays converge. Kaya yung image na na-form niya is real. Hindi siya virtual, no? Yan. And then, what else can we say? It's a real image and then it's inverted, yung orientation niya. And then, the size, no? The lateral magnification is obviously less than 1, no? So, it means that, so if we compute for the lateral magnification here, M, we'll have a negative number that is less than 1. So, negative means that the image is inverted. And then, less than unity or less than 1, meaning the image is reduced, no, than the object size. So, in my perspective class, it's already giving me a sharp image at this particular point. Oops. So, trial and error na lang. So, let's say trial 1. Ayan. Sa tingin ko, in my perspective, it is already sharp image. So, I will get my ruler. I can probably use centimeter. So, you start from there. Ayan. And then, I should have written na lang pala sana dito, no, a line. So, you draw another line here, so that it will be easier to measure, or you can actually use another straight line object. Wait, let me pause for a while. Okay, I got another ruler. So from here, I can just somewhere in the middle, and then I'd say it's around 10 point something centimeter, but in your part, you have to be accurate in readings. I would say 10.4 centimeters for trial 1. And then I'll make another trial. Okay. Tapos, let's do it 3 times. And then you get the average of that focal length. And the average now will be the focal length of the lens. Okay. And then you do it again. Same process. This time you'll be using another lens. This one short. So it means the focal length is really shorter. So it's somewhere here. Ayan. So if you notice, ayan, very sharp image is formed here, class. Oh. Ayan, very sharp siya. So, yan na naman. I-measure na naman yan. And then, for the long, so, I'm expecting na malayo talaga ito than the 10. Okay. Ayan, somewhere there. Tapos, measure ulit. Okay? So, this one is around nasa 17-16 centimeters na for the long. Okay? Ayan. And then, once you have the focal length of each, you will use that in ray diagramming. Okay? That's all for this pre-lab discussion video. I hope that you'll enjoy doing your simple activity. Stay well!